that means the pests outside want to come on inside to our homes. So how do you get rid of those unwanted guests, and what should you watch for, and how do you keep them out for good? Todd Leyse from Adams Pest Control is here with some answers. Well, first of all, what kind of pests are coming into the homes right now?
Well, you get a lot of those ladybugs and box elder bugs, bees, wasps, you know. Even mice will start to head in here pretty soon as they get stressed out with the cold temperatures.
So should people be doing a survey today around their homes and be looking for places for these insects to get inside?
I'd recommend it. I mean, when it's nice and warm out like this is the best time to do home improvement projects. I mean, who wants to do that type of work in December after they've already entered?
Now, you were saying earlier that these insects already know it's time to start looking, so they're out there doing that right now. What is one that you've had experience with that is trying to get into people's homes right now?
Well, definitely box elder bugs are entering now, but you can kind of almost predict that the ladybugs are going to come next. When the temperature drops below 40 degrees, like you're predicting here in a couple days, that tends to be almost like a trigger for the ladybugs to enter in.
And then we're looking at box elder bugs, and now we're back to the ladybug. Describe this little critter. These used to be cute and fun, but not so much anymore.
Yeah, the native ones aren't so much of a hassle, but these that you're seeing on screen, they have what I describe looks like a little M on their head, and that's the multicolored Asian lady beetle. And they actually do bite. They're not native to the U.S. They've been introduced a few different times, but have really taken off in recent years. And they kind of have a proclivity for trying to invest into homes. And so that's what we're getting most of our calls on.
And do they always have that little M on them like that?
The multicolored Asian lady beetle do,
so
yes.
That's how you can absolutely identify them?
Yep, in Wisconsin it looks like a W.
Okay, so you watch out in Wisconsin for that. All right, so you were talking about mice getting into the homes too. What can people do to keep those mice out?
Well, look for a small hole, maybe even something the size of a 1/4 inch or just a little bit larger than that. If you can stick a pen through a hole, a mouse can probably fit through that hole. So if you find those holes and get them sealed up, you're going to do a lot for preventing having an infestation of mice in your house.
Okay, and the last question here, in about a month we'll be getting into that colder weather. Will these insects and animals have made their way into your home by then, or do they keep on doing this all season long?
Well, a lot of these things will enter their way in and maybe die off over the winter. In some cases they'll just kind of cluster together like cluster flies do and box elder bugs do. They try to conserve their warmth and survive the winter, but they don't reproduce inside or do much other than be a nuisance. But they'll pop up all winter long and all spring long, but now is the time to prevent getting these things inside your house.
All right, well, we're going to be in the 80s today, so it's a good time for people to be taking a look around their houses. And if you